What's good? I know I have not made a video in a long time, and for future references in the future, but every time I upload something, I'm not gonna mention this ever again. If I make a video, I make a video. Yeah, I'm just trying to get back in the swing of things lately, and what I really want to do is show off this really cool book I got at Lightbox, and I did record a few things at Lightbox. A video is coming up pretty soon for Lightbox 2024. It was a great time. It's always a good time. If you've never been, you should go. Today I'm gonna do a fun little book review of an artist I have personally have met, and I just had to buy the book. I saw him at the Lightbox Expo like last year, and I always wanted a copy of their book. But it's a book about let's learn storyboarding. This is a revised edition, as in like you just a slight update on it. It's not like something crazy, but it's labeled revised, and this is by Nic Parris. Okay, secret time. So these are one of my favorite books to review or actually even read or learn from, because it comes from a very simplistic standpoint where it's not overloading you with a lot of information. It gives you a lot of quick key tips to remember, and also it's like just very, very simplified, so where you can just pick this up at any point in time. Just like the way how he's like going over these topics of visuals, and bam, just like that, just quick little notes here. And I think having books like this is also really great to have. We've got the explanation of a grid, cameras, and the shoebox method here. Something that is also a very key thing to keep in mind when you're doing storyboards, because the camera is to show you where you're going to be filming when you're doing your boards, keeping in line with the 180 rule. And then you have the shoebox. The shoebox is super important when it comes to storyboarding. You might have seen me in other videos where I do a little shoebox, or I guess in like some of my vlogs when I was doing my mentorship or when I'm doing my first board. Having a shoebox which will set up the environment that you're trying to film. And this can go in a case of like doing live action, and then also when you're doing animation in feature films. This is like, yeah, this is the entire book. This is how simple it is, and I really enjoy it for what it is. And you can find this on Gumroad, and I'll have like a link to his Instagram somewhere above or somewhere in the descriptions. I'll have it displayed, and then also where you can find this Gumroad, or maybe you can order a book directly from them or from them. A perfect representation in like what thumbnails are versus actual boarding, and just very, very simple like explanations of rough panels versus clean panels. As you can see, it's not crazy, not full of detail and stuff like that. And then small things on what to practice. I really do enjoy this book. It's something like, so I work mostly in coffee shops all day, and then one of them is like extremely slow. So when I don't have customers for like hours, I just pick up this book and I flip through this, and I just try to remind myself on these key principles while I am working on my next board or designing my next board, fleshing out the story and stuff like that, and just going over these key topics is something that I really, really enjoy. It's like reading a taco book, you know, instead of like it being solely on drawing. This is more like just tips, you know, tips to just keep in mind. You can practice these. They're not very hard at all. It's not very complex, and it's very encouraging because it makes storyboarding seem a lot more approachable, unlike when you watch storyboards online and you're like, wow, that is insane. But for every show, for every show and every project, there's a different style of storyboarding, which like requires a draftsmanship to be at a certain level. This is something like really approachable, something like Craig of the Creek and stuff like that, or a Proud Family. This is something like really, really approachable, and they all have their, yeah, like I said, various ways of like showing off like what is expected when you're working on different type of shows. But nonetheless, the keys are like the tips are still the same. I'm not gonna spend my entire time like just going through every single page. I just want to like show this off. I think in the past when I did book reviews, I would like show every single page, and that's kind of like spoiling the book for my viewers. And now I'm, you know, just showing you the key takeaways and what I got from this book. This book is not that long. It's very short. Like, I have gone over, it's like 89 pages. 89 pages. 90 pages if you count the back, you know? Yeah, you should count the back because it's still useful tips. But, yeah, it's not that long of a read. It is very light. Look how thick it is. You can carry this with you anywhere. And just for people who appreciate analog versus digital, it's really nice to have something like this around. Like, this can be put in my backpack with a taco book and not have it feel overcrowded, you know, versus my other books where, like, let's say if I put a Scott Robertson How to Draw book in my backpack, that is a considerable amount of weight and I can feel it on my back. This, you will not feel whatsoever. And it's super neat to, like, imagine at a coffee shop, just drinking coffee and just flipping through this book. You know, anywhere, to be honest, like you're on a bus stop, flip through this book, you know? Yeah. Again, this is a storyboard. Let's learn some storyboarding by Nic Parris. Links and everything will be below. And yeah, it's a nice little note in the back talking about how approachable storyboarding is. And it takes like the hard thinking work out of this. And then, like, you know what? There you go. If you can possibly scan this on the screen, and for the link tree and all the other stuff. All right. Came and like look at y'all because of like the shame of not posting in a long ass time. Nasty work. Today I am wearing one of my new shirts that I've designed, and if you guys would like a link to my shirt, I'll have a link posted in somewhere in the descriptions or in the comment section. But I like it. I make a lot of the shirts and designs for me, and I have just officially launched the store. So if you're looking for it on my Instagram, it'd be there in my link tree. But I'll have the individual link in the description below. If you guys like this video, please give it a like, share it with your friends, and I'll see you guys in the next video, whenever that will be. And that's it for the video. If you guys like it, let me know what you guys think about this storyboard book. If this is for you, if you think this is a great book, it's not even like, it doesn't even break the bank. I think I spent like $15 on it at Lightbox Expo. You can get it on Gumroad, or you can get the physical. I like having the physical with me. It's just something tangible that I can see, and I can just quickly, I don't know, I do better with physical media more than digital media. If you guys are also interested in storyboarding, I want to start documenting my storyboarding processes. I know I've done a little bit of my mentorship, and I think just like I got lost in between working, and yeah, I'm done talking about it. But if I ever make more uploads and videos, I'm going to be uploading them.